Hello there, televiewers. Thank you so much for joining us on yet another edition of The Diary. It's always a pleasure to be in your company. Well, laughter is medicine. That's what the experts will tell you. For the majority of us, it's something we enjoy doing. We feel relaxed when we laugh. But for a special few, it is actually their business. It is what puts food on their table. So what do you know about comedy in Cameroon? How far have we gone? Is there more to be achieved? And if you hear of controversies, how does that make you feel? Is it funny? Well, we are talking about all that in this edition of The Diary. Don't go away. When we come back, you meet my guests. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching The Diary on STV, and today we're talking comedy in Cameroon. The industry has grown over the years, and today we are looking back at the strides that we have made and what remains to be achieved. I'm going to introduce to you now my guests. They're all comedians, of course, three of them gentlemen, so I'm the only lady on set, but that's all good. Let me begin with the person sitting closest to me from Boya, Calvino, who is, by the way, a trained journalist and a communication professional. Now, don't come and present my show for me. I know you're a journalist, but let's stick with you being the guest and me being the presenter today. Calvino, of course, is also very passionate about comedy. He has been bringing comedians in Cameroon with his project, Let Them Laugh. Calvino, it's good to have you on The Diary.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Right. For those of you who are wondering who is Calvino, if you do not know him well, here's your chance to discover. Let's go watch this short skit by Calvino.
You go climb there for me.
For it.
Baby, I beg, move past your station here. I'm not see Lydia.
Lydia? Which happened, Lydia?
They catch Lydia yesterday, oh, you never hear?
Ah, Massa, you know, so we go some play way after we go for go, you know. Time no day, time no day. Massa. See, now 5 minutes.
5 minutes? But what you go do to 5 minutes? We don't even stay.
Na me a lucky.
No vex, no vex.
Stand back, my girl, today. Let's eat some. Oh, now stop that nonsense inside it. The dog say. Did they ever dog say Timanti for Cameroon? I never thief thing. Nyam. Some dog to the idiot. My ear again, nonsense, idiot. The dog say. I play drive. People need come police station to be a massacre.
Officer.
Yes.
Babe, it's over.
What is over?
The relationship, I don't want to do again.
Which relationship? You and your friend?
Me and you, it is over between us. I don't want again. I don't want to do again.
Relationship where I don't spend money 5 years selling for you, but you say it's over. You don't boss. After I send you for school for 5 good years, today over. I shaved more than 1,000 heads from my baby salon for sending them for school. Yeah. Now wait till this. Now wait till this. You want my love you. You shave, you spend. After all money I don't spend that for you. So for you not for caffeine. Shut up. Now if you first man for spend, you want kill the girl because you spend. You grace. Officer, you know say that government between you, the work of the country, you want my love you. You spend for you, now if you first man for spend. You know how much people don't spend for woman for outside. You spend that one will be the spend, you will not be do. Who complain? Officer, that one will be do. If you say me you give back order do you. Oh, because son I forgot do before he lie me can hear. So because you spend for woman, I think people die after they curse people love you. Yo, come. Stop my kid. Yo, sit your man. Stop my. If not be say nonsense. If not be say the play don't flop, I will lock you. Idiot. Yeah. That's my hear that foolish judge.
Thank you, officer.
Baby, no problem. Don't mention. Come. Don't be afraid, eh? Police is your friend. I'll take care of you. You know that do that people were going to do. You can finish it. No bother, no bother. You get ID. No problem, no problem. Just I will take care of you. Police is your friend.
No.
Friend,
A very funny video, Calvino, but with a strong message. Incidentally, just last week on the show, we're talking about partners killing each other because of love. I must comment, I'm watching this for the first time and I laughed, but I also learned something, and I hope that you at home learned something as well. Now we'll be going back to Calvino in just a bit, but it's time for you to meet the rest of the crew. And Oboy, the comic, which I'm very glad to have on the show again. I would say this, the very first edition of the diary, I mean the maiden edition, Oboy was part of that show. His other name, of course, his real name, Ferdinand Foka, and he's the one behind the Oboy comedy show. Very recently, he did 3 cities, 3 shows around 3 cities in Cameroon. And he's also the name and the face behind the Who Custom project, which something that he did in the past. Hopefully, he will bring it back. And oh boy, well, it's great to have you back after a very long time on the diary.
I know. The way you present me, my camera show me, the man. Oh, la vida.
There you are.
Chai! He said this is the only point where you go back home and somebody tells you he knows you. You're like, how you do know me? He said, I watch you on TV. So as you watch me, I watch you. Agree to watching me. Feels good to be back. I think this is my second time on the show.
Yes, it is.
And it is not going to be my last time because it's true I was here the first time and here we are again. Thank you for having me. That was me you just describing 3 or 4 sentences, and I'm privileged as always to be here. We there. Now, Oboy, this not be photocopy, not be blueprint, not the re-image.
Right. Oboy the comic has videos in their numbers, in their hundreds on social media, on Facebook. We picked one for your pleasure, and let's go watch.
I'll be smarting.
Me and you, baby, na money, yo. But for you, I go spend on my money, yo. For you, I go spend on my money, yo. Why, yo?
Hello, baby.
Who is this?
What do you mean by who is this? Baby, after 2 months of a relationship, you're asking me who's on the line.
I just asked who's talking.
I'm serious. This is not fair. It's me. It's your boo. It's a boy. It's a boy.
So what is it? I'm sleeping.
What do you mean by you are sleeping? 11 a.m. You are still sleeping, baby.
Please, you're shouting.
I am not shouting now, babe. I am not shouting. Oh, okay. See, I was wondering if you and I could hang out for a bottle of drink, just a bottle. Yes, at Marathon Snack. Yes.
Okay, I am coming.
Oh, you are coming. Yeah, please come quickly. Don't keep me waiting.
I said I'm coming. Let me take a bath.
I love you. Are you sure?
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Je suis désolé. Je suis désolé.
Yes, very good. How much is this again?
It's 1,000 francs.
1,000. Okay. Yes, I think. Yeah.
I think we can manage.
Open it.
Yes, open it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Every time we fight, you take away my life.
Hello, baby. Baby, have fun now. Where are you now?
I said I am coming.
Ah,
Let me dress now.
You were still bathing.
I'm coming.
Come on, you cannot keep me waiting. Okay, I'm waiting for you. Please don't keep me waiting, eh? Don't keep me waiting.
Me and you, baby, no money, yo. But for you, I go spend on my money, yo. For you, I go spend on my money, yo. Me and you, baby, no money, yo. But for you, I go spend on my money, yo. For you, I go spend on my money, yo.
You know my media price. No, you know what?
Me and you, baby, no money, yo. But for you, I go spend on my money, yo. For you, I go spend on my money, yo.
What is wrong with you?
Hey, baby, where are you?
Seriously, I'm about to take a taxi. I am about to take a taxi.
You're still about to take a taxi? This is not serious.
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, yeah. Je suis désolé. Je suis désolé. Baby, I'm sorry.
Linda, why?
Yes, I hear we just arrived. Not like I brought the whole money for you.
You did just multiply in the taxi. I will tell you to come. Let's hang out and take one man. One for you and one for me.
You carry your whole community, the whole quarter. You're not a
What kind
serious.
of rubbish is this? I be telling you, not them. 25 son on this. No, I can't take it.
Babe, you know what?
What is it?
Something just came up.
Yeah, something came up.
What came up?
We just left.
What do you mean we just left? Did you just multiply the bar?
Shut up, what do you mean? What do you mean by multiplying the bar? So you multiply the taxi and I'm not multiplying. But we just left, man. We waited for long and we left.
You are the most foolish man I've ever met in my life.
Oh, let's check the king.
You didn't even shout on me. They cost me. They ban you.
Whatever change, you slay queens. Come you one, you come with the whole quarter. Go. We left. We are not. Hey, Barman.
Yes, sir.
You get change for 5,000.
Yes.
I beg, give me change for my coupon. You get it, don't kill me. Hey. Nyamo, Joji, we are going to Rumia. I'm a woman gonna draw. Hey, you taro you.
And well, a reflection of our society, things that we live on a daily, and they make you laugh. You think about it. Thank you very much, Oboy the comic.
Thank you
now let's meet Danny Green, that I just met for the first time today, by the way, and he's here on the show for the very first time as well. His real name Tembo Daniel, and he has a very unique style. They call him the 237 Town Crier. He's always crying. Maybe he'll tell us why he's always crying. He's pretty big on social media, TikTok, and the others. Danny Green, is good to finally meet you.
Thank you very much. I don't know. What about us on the screen? Okay.
You almost got started there.
I would have started crying immediately.
Okay, right. Before we talk so more with Danny Green, let's go watch these videos as an intro to the kind of comedy that he does. Let's go watch.
People, they wake up for the outside. I want in the house. 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 I don't know if you believe it. See what happened with me yesterday, Christmas. Jesus. My neighbor cookie 4 fowl. I did at my house. I the only hear the way they fry chicken. Oh, people the weekend. I hear the way they fry chicken in our house. I didn't hear they fry chicken. I live my long. I just say, God, thank you. Christmas so far for outside. And then listen to Papa God, thank you. When I know say you want me for evening yesterday, my neighbor can give me concha fukanda. My neighbor give me concha fukanda. And I go feed and I want to check the house. I want to come off for the house. I want to come off for the house. Pick for the weekend. I want to go weekend so. My neighbor cook for fowl, then give me concha fankana. Jesus.
Okay. That's great. Those tears. I want to ask you quickly. Like, is it that easy for you to just burst into tears?
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. Actually, it's years of pain. I bring those tears.
Really?
What they say when you convert your pain to gain.
Yeah.
That's what most people don't understand, that you can actually convert your pain to gain. You can use what hurts you to make profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as a kid, I almost cried every day. I cried until crying became a lifestyle. So it's easy for me to activate the tears anytime I feel like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're learning that for the first time.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get a little more into what you guys do individually, and maybe you tell us some more about your experiences. But let's talk comedy in Cameroon.
Yeah.
Calvino, you've been in this industry for how many years now?
For like, you know, it's always very difficult. Like they look for age. They ask you to look for age. You have to go through from A to B
Right.
to look age. So I started in 2013, like professionally. So that should be 7 years, right?
Right. So how do you think we are doing in Cameroon? How do you think comedy is doing in Cameroon, especially when it comes to the Anglophone side of things? How are we doing?
They say, "Tiko drink umba drunk, or monkey the walk, baboon the chop." We are suffering.
Okay. What do you mean by?
I don't have the gift of crying. I will start crying while explaining this. I will start crying while explaining this part because I feel like each time I'm producing a video, I feel like that orphan, you know, an orphan, they'll always. I don't know how to put it so it comes out the perfect way. Nobody gets to misinterpret it. But if you notice the kids that are suffering, because in rich schools, because the government school normally they ever notice them, but in rich schools they always notice a kid like, you are no longer bright. What is happening? And then when you go to the kid, you notice that something is wrong in the house. Maybe the child did not eat. I think that's what we are suffering. Us, especially comedians of English-speaking expression.
Yeah.
Like we feel as we work a lot, but we are always relegated to the back. Like we are always shifted. They always put foreign stuff first. And then that equally discourages us. It kills our vibes. It kills maybe our creativity.
Yeah.
Because I don't see why I have to invest all my time, all my money to produce something that will come and have 500 views on YouTube. Right. Whereas you hardly see maybe our other entertainers, Cameroonian entertainers, share stuff from comedians.
Okay.
I don't know if you've noticed that. How often are you on social media?
I'm always on social media.
How often?
Every day.
Always.
I'm not a social media junkie, but
so
as part of my job, I have to know what's happening. Yeah.
So that's how I always want to introduce comedy in Cameroon and entertainment generally, because I feel like we are not given that platform.
Yeah.
To let Cameroonians know what we have. Yes, we always want to go out to come inside, because I can tell you how many Cameroonians will be watching STV now. Most of them are focused watching maybe
the mayor's daughter,
African Magic,
the mayor's cousin, mayor's grandmother.
So for us now to get their attention, we'll have to go outside.
Yeah.
Even the YouTube that we've managed, that everybody can access YouTube. The moment you send something to somebody and they notice it's a Cameroonian, face drops.
Right.
They don't even give us the opportunity. They don't even want to hear us. The moment they just notice something Cameroonian on it, it becomes very unfunny.
Okay.
Yes. So I think we are struggling.
All right.
And we are hoping. We've overcried. If you cry again, we'll be like, say,
That's an old song. You know why I love a beat picking? You know the era again.
Right. Oh boy, the comic. Would you say the same thing?
Maybe my own words, but practically the same thing.
All right.
I was telling somebody somewhere some few days ago that I don't even want to call this a comedy industry. Yes, we're a comedy in. Yes, the other industry actually is in the hands of those people who have decided that no matter how funny we are, we're never going to sound funny to them. No matter how good we are, we're never going to be appealing to them. But then we will not undermine the journey so far. I mean, personally, it's been 10 years professionally.
Wow.
Stand-up, skits, chronicle shows, and even in music videos, I get to play 1 or 2 roles. But sometimes when you get up in the morning, you feel like, man, so much sweat, so much work. Put accolades aside, at least recognition. And we live in a society where colleagues these days, I don't want to talk about colleagues, direct colleagues. I'm looking at colleagues in other sector of the industry have decided that they will not announce us. Yeah, we've been announcing music artists, we've been announcing actors through their movie premieres, and so tell me which movie premiere in this country you will go and you don't see a comedian. I quote myself, I'm practically at every event, every main event. But we'll have our shows, you need to really beg people. At some point, they almost want to ask you to book a hotel room for them. So I think we are suffering from that, and it's a thing we need to really look into. You know, secondly, we don't play it as a joke. Let's be honest. Yes, it's more like comedy is like this church, very open. Everybody can come and enter. But I also feel like some people take initiatives 1, 2, 3 years. Now you expect brothers or sisters to now see and like, oh, I'm a fan of comedy. But why don't I just push it, you know, put this guy on the lamplight, put these guys on the lamplight, so that way it does start shine, you know, need to have to benefit from this thing. On the contrary, you see young bloods coming and getting into the thing, and when they get into this thing, they don't even follow the different, they don't follow the theory. You understand? Somebody thinks because he made his Jangi crew laugh or the family laugh, he's automatically a comedian. And when you don't deliver, you've brought an entire industry behind. Nobody's denying anybody to belong to the comedy sector. But before you get there, calculate and check yourself, say, but am I going to be relevant? Am I going to be consistent? So sometimes we need to slow down and push others too. And thirdly, money not there now. Money not there. At some point, you know, in our context, Cameroon, elsewhere YouTubers make money. Even Instagram people make money. But Cameroon, we did for popular corner, Facebook. Facebook doesn't pay. We have videos on Facebook with hundreds, thousands, getting to millions of views. Mark Zuckerberg, that's Bansoman. He's not even aware of us. You understand? And that's another thing. Cameroonians need to channel their attention to those platforms that can make us feel like, oh yeah, we are stars. We can make a living out of this. You get? I feel like we've given 90% and I've gotten just 1% of what we've given. And people need to sit up when time still there. The good thing with comedy is a thing you do even on your dying bed, you not get retirement age. So we'll keep pushing. We're still going to keep pushing. And our Anglophone brother mentality needs to be readjusted. We judge without noticing, without even knowing.
We have a lot of critics.
You understand? We have more of critics than people who sit and really appreciate. Even if you create a joke from under your shoes, some person will tell you, I don't hear that before. You understand? Some person will tell you, say, you know the punchline and stuff. It becomes very difficult. We live in a context where everybody can do everything. You have somebody who admires your shop, and the person who prefer for not can buy. You go find money can buy the very commodity for sell them. If you want to get different strategy for marketing. That notwithstanding, we are not giving up. We're not giving up because this is a sweet thing with comedy. My colleagues will testify. Today is comedy, tomorrow is going to be comedy, the day after is going to be comedy. There's always material. You get. So we are not giving up. But guys, we need to sit up. You guys need to sit up.
Right. And Danny Green, please correct me if I'm wrong. You're pretty new in the industry. Okay, no, fine. You've been around for a while. So what's your feeling towards how the industry is faring in Cameroon? How is comedy doing?
Okay, first of all, I would like to talk a bit about myself. Before I express my mind.
Of course, feel free to.
I started in 2009. That's 10 years ago.
Okay.
Because I know that before you start any trade, you need to put value in yourself. Before a soldier goes to war, he has to prepare before moving into the battlefield. You don't just jump to war because you see people fighting. So it took me quite some time to build myself, plan my career, and strategize. How am I going to do this? How am I going to get in? And these years I was in medical school. I was in St. Louis University. Spent 7 years in St. Louis University. Had a HPG, radiotherapy, and a BSc in radiation technology.
Okay.
So I professionally swing into my career. It's a year now that I dropped my certificates, everything. I said, okay, it's time.
Wow.
But I started doing crying videos since. People were not seeing it. Nobody. Even they told me that it was boring.
You almost run out of tears.
Yes. The first time I cried was my classmate was sick in the hospital. I went to the hospital and then he was not talking for 2 days. So I started crying but he didn't know where they were laughing and he laughed. And the video was trending in school. And some people still criticizing on social media.
Yeah.
They said, which kind of grown man, grown-up boy, he cry. You need shame. A whole person don't go to school, I gotta cry like it was discouraging. I'm like, how am I gonna face this? If I swing in that time, I would have failed because I was not ready. I haven't built myself enough. So after my graduation, I said, okay, it's time. I'm ready for these people now.
Yeah.
If they fire me, I'll fire them. So now I have nothing to lose because that time if I lose the career and I lose my education, I'm going to lose everything. Yeah. Even now I don't have anything to lose. If the comedy stops, I'll quietly go to the hospital and start working and taking my small salary. So now, if whatever you do, nothing happens. So it's been a year and the plan worked just as I planned it. Okay. I strategized. If I ever said anything rudely to anybody, it was part of my process. Okay. I was supposed to come with my book, but I never knew that the interview is going to be like this. I drew everything. I say, okay. Like now, when I do any controversy, I give it like maybe 2 weeks to calm down.
Another one. Okay.
So the Cameroonian mentality now, the people who are actually the stars are the population because they're the one controlling us,
celebrities.
which is wrong.
Yeah.
We're supposed to manipulate them.
We're their fans.
We're supposed to be the one controlling them. Imagine a celebrity doing a stunt and they're telling you that it's a lie. They're not controlling, they're telling you what's happening. They're not controlling us. Now I use, sense of determination. So I have to use number 9 sense. So I'm now manipulating them. They know that they're in charge. The reality, I'm in my house laughing. We're now controlling them.
Finally.
Now they are followers. They're now following them. And
like they should be.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to give you stuff. No, you come and tell you, you be careful to do so. Why don't you do it?
Lesbian, be careful wear slippers. Be careful wear nancha.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we're already moving because things have changed compared to before. This year, the entertainment industry have really boomed somehow, and people are getting to understand that no, there are roles. I go live on Facebook, I'm telling them, no, you are a fan. You are not. Do what fan is supposed to blow breeze for someone in the house to feel comfortable. Fan is not supposed to be blowing heat. What's the purpose of a fan? You are where Papa God? Imagine you buy a fan and put your hand and it blow you heat.
Okay.
I'm your biggest fan. Someone told me that I'm your biggest fan. I check his timeline. I scroll past 2016. I've not seen any video of me like that. I come back and say, bro, what do you mean by you're my biggest fan?
That's a line of course.
Right. You're talking about this and we're laughing, but it's a real problem in Cameroon. Now, what do you boys think is the reason why Cameroonians can be so engaged when it comes to other comedians in other countries, even just in Nigeria? You know, they go like their videos, they share their videos, talk about them, but we don't get the same feeling back home when it comes to you boys. Why do you think that, Cameroonians are still having that issue?
So it's familiarity.
Okay.
Yeah. I think familiarity is the issue here. I was telling my wife the other day that I have 4 people.
Your
in
wife
this
was a star as well, eh?
Yeah. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Mimi Baya.
Yeah.
Yeah, more live for day. You know, so this is your advertise your tea. All
right,
familiarity is one of the things. 2 things. One thing, familiarity. Second thing, Cameroonians need an education. I think people were not prepared for us. People were not prepared for us. And people were not prepared for today's comedy. Yeah. You see, the Jean-Michel Cancan of before, people who, implanted this thing, the foundations, they got people used to, I grey my hair up, I'm going to have a protruded stomach. I mean, Cameroon have been very difficult to make them laugh from. Imagine that a pal like that one had to go and transform to make you laugh for your own good, because laughing itself is medicine.
That's
you understand? So it's not been easy. So we need that education. People now need to, I don't know, they have to go through some trance. Maybe we are suffering, this generation of comedians are in that trance suffering. Maybe our kids will come and enjoy. So Cameroonians need that education to understand that this is it. Comedy is good for you, it is good for the community and the economy at large. We need to sit like 1 million television programs and teach people why. Now, back to familiarity. In your neighborhood, your landlord will feel you very well and enjoy your jokes if you don't tell him good morning every morning. Trust me. The moment you become very close to this guy, the moment you become very close to these fans, these are the people who will bring you down. Yeah. I am telling you. You need to go to comment sections now. You'll be shocked that a guy you saw in the morning who told you good morning is going to bring you down on social media. You understand? And like I was saying at the beginning, I have 4 people in this my life. My 3 kids and my wife. Those are the people who will see me at my most vulnerable and even at my best. Because I've realized over the years that the more you get closer to people, the more your career they drop. And they say familiarity breeds contempt. Now they feel them. So colleagues, and I keep saying not colleagues directly around me like comedians, other musicians need to give us some respect. Give us our place. We've been to events where, bro, don't we look good? We even look better than most of them. You will see somebody who come with sack trousers and stuff, and they give you place. This is a guy who is barely known. It's annoying. If these people think we are friends and not business partners, always, we'll never go anywhere. True. You guys are musicians, you're already making it big on YouTube. YouTube is paying you guys. We'll now also give our place. Me, YouTube pay we. You understand? I have not seen an A-list artist in this country. If you get proof, can't show me, share a comedic act done by a Cameroonian comedian, whereas we have been doing great. I'm not saying that we're 100% good. I hope you guys will do this after this video and probably edit the data and come and tell you guys did this 10 years ago. You guys don't show us off. You guys don't announce us. You understand? But we have an audience. If Calvino does his show, the hall is full. I do my shows 1,000 and above, the hall is full. Senior pastor and the rest. You understand? These guys don't understand that we open them too. Out there to the market. If I share your link, you know how many people come and subscribe, you know how many people come and watch, but our stuffs are out there for your mind. We'll never do joke way if it tickle you up or you think you've done music. Where's the support each other thing? Where's the support your own?
Those times have changed. Like now, artists I realize that artists are not coming close to us.
They've noticed that.
Yes, I've seen that the power is changing hands. Now most artists will need us to do promo for them. They will need us. So if I look at my inbox now, I'm seeing artists, upcoming artists that are like, please do this. Because music cannot go without comedy.
Like you see in other countries.
Kevin had all those big comedians, they push musicians, they make musicians. We make them, so they really need to give us our place. Honestly. Because we put in a lot of work. Like he was saying.
I don't know if you have noticed. Do you know that 98% of the comedic products you see out there are put together by comedians, edited by comedians? Like even the movie directors out there, before come not even did their head. Like if I do a skit and I send it to, got all due respect, I send it to a movie director, he will practically not know how to come out with a punch. Do you know Calvino edits his videos? With time, I finally had to start editing my videos. You understand? So the time has come for these people. No, me they give a place. So me they give a place. So sorry, sir, cut you.
No, we're not fighting them.
But outside, you know, the I don't want to call it hostile relationship with other stakeholders of the entertainment industry. Maybe more can be done to mend the union between you two. Outside that, are there no other things? I don't know. if there exists other issues that you think could be responsible for the fact that Cameroonians are not really playing their role as the supporters that they should be.
I forgot John Chi. I think people need to carry their butts and go to the prayer line and pray, man of God, help me.
I cannot support.
I almost wanted to say we need spiritual intervention. But sorry, we'll get there.
I think Calvino.
With this artist sharing and starting, Salatier and have shared.
Yeah, they've started.
Okay, all right.
But I think, with the general public, we should blame now. Now we should caution this blame to authorities.
All right.
Generally for entertainment. I think the policies in Cameroon are not cultural friendly at all.
Yeah.
Because I always ask this question, like, government has been able to impose face masks on us all, even though it is for our own good.
Yeah.
They have imposed it. How about the imposed local consumption? How about the imposed comedy consumption? How about the imposed music consumption? Because people always complain, Cameroonians, in as much as you give them this free, I want to call it free batty. You give them this free batty to consume what they want, they always be like, no, that thing is not good. Because I always try to compare, let's just skip a little bit out of comedy now. How will you even want to compare Mr. Leo's music and this guy of this Malian guy,
Naira Marley?
How is that guy's music more than Mr. Leo's on?
Thank you.
But when you get to the club, they'll say, no, put Naira Marley, put Naira. Because in our country, just take for example, I think I watched one interview, Salatier was saying that even when they walk up to these corporate bodies, they tell them that the policies that the government has put in place is to support football only. That when they come in, the government gives them like that documents to show you that if you must grow here, make sure at least 20% of your money goes into football.
Thank God the football
What if they make this same policy that this amount of your money, your corporate social responsibility goes into entertainment? And then they say, fans, population, if you are doing any wedding, if we hear one foreign music, we'll close our occasion. People will complain. Of course, Cameroonians have been complaining for a long time now. People will complain, but in the long run, they'll begin to enjoy it. And that's how everybody will adapt to it and will know it. Because at some point, they will say, no, comedians are not original. They steal things from Nigeria. The moment you get original, they say, no, that's boring. We prefer things from Nigeria. I always say this, Cameroonians themselves are not original. How many English-speaking Cameroonians out there we call a motorcycle Benskin? Everybody calls it Okada. Because they get it from Nigeria. Everybody calls a tricycle Keke now.
Yes.
That's just to show you that even, in fact, the whole country, we are not original. So if the comedian, we are just saying what people will understand.
Right. Which brings me to something. There was this tweet online that went viral of this Nigerian DJ who said they do not play Cameroonian music because, you know, the focus on building their own. Consuming, you know, songs and music from Nigeria. And everyone was talking about that. How do we get the same kind of thing in Cameroon? Comedy, which is our center of interest today. How do we get Cameroonians to consume, you know, mostly Cameroonian? Because nowadays, truth is, if you watch TV on mainstream media, if you watch TV, listen to the radio, it's going to be Cameroonian content. Mostly. But still, we are still faced with the issue that people, you know, people go online, there's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, and they still consume a foreign, you know, product. Now, what do you boys say to Cameroonians who say, I prefer Nigerian or I prefer American because they are funnier, they are more creative? What would you guys say to that? Let me start with you, Danny.
Okay, I have a couple of people who used to say they prefer Nigerian stuffs. Okay, pack your things and go to Nigeria.
Thank you. That was short.
Simple. There's nothing else I should say to you. It's like you tell your mom that you don't want your mom. You want an American mother. Okay, go to America.
Personally, it's all cultural. It's all cultural. You see, the most difficult thing to inject into people is another culture. I was debating some few days, and I'm still debating now on Facebook, on a post a popular blogger did. She said for a woman to cook for her man is a duty. It's not a duty, but rather a
A compliment.
A compliment. That's our point of view. But as I noticed somewhere that Cameroonians are good at visiting somebody's country, swallowing like a lamwe by their culture without even showcasing theirs.
Yeah.
You understand? So it is cultural. For a very long time, we didn't get Cameroonians used to consuming us for a very long time. But it's not like it has always been like this. I don't know if you've been watching your TV when they show a classic of those days.
Yeah.
You see all the day, and in those days you could see that we're consuming us. Do you know why? Because we were confined to just consume us. We had only us exposed to us. Yeah. I think what the system should do is to find a way so that they shouldn't starve others who want to consume others. Find a way to just give to us what is us and just a bit of what is coming out there.
Yeah.
And that boils down to what the example Calvino took of that DJ you took of the DJ who did a tweet saying that in Nigeria they and stuff. It is done like that everywhere. Everywhere. So we need to start that now. Even if this generation no go chop, the one way they can go benefit and think they can pray for our grave, you know. So I think people need to get that culture. I know it's difficult to transpose somebody practically. Yeah. But if we don't start now, when are we going to start? The wound and the scar will keep, increasing and increasing. I will not move on from here. So dear system, I know how you can do this. If you can impose face mask on us, and this is 1 meter apart, then I'm sure you can do that for the culture.
Yeah.
I think one thing that is destroying us too is cable. I don't know how cable is it cable TV or cable line? Because you will see even some entertainers in their house, it will be like Prestige that they have just DSTV.
No,
you tell somebody, watch me tomorrow on STV. Well, I don't have STV. I have
have you seen
DSTV
when a Cameroonian movie is shown on Africa Magic? The whole Facebook will dark. Serious screenshot everywhere.
Yeah.
But these same movies are shown on STV. You know, we'll see screenshot.
Yeah. So that's. I think the government has a big part to play in that. We should have something that we can control. We cannot control DSTV. We cannot control the adverts that go on DSTV. We cannot control the content that go. But that's what Cameroonians consume 24/7. You go to the southwest now, you go to the northwest, every house has DSTV. There are days where my cable line will not even have STV on it. And I ask myself, like, how can somebody give me, I'm paying you, and all what you're giving me, they'll bring one Trace Nigeria. How can I be in Cameroon and I'm watching Trace Nigeria?
Yeah,
how?
seriously.
Right.
When we have Boom TV. I should have Boom TV. Trace Nigeria should be an additional something. Boom TV should be a prerequisite for everybody.
Yeah.
Something
you want to add something?
Something just hit my mind.
You want to add something?
You know how religious we Africans they be. I think we should address men of God. Please. We watch a lot of your crusades on TV, live sessions of connection with us and God. Sirs, all due respect, sirs and mommies and daddies, the time has also come for you guys to put comedy somewhere in your sermons. Yeah. Because even if you look at the cable networks, the first 50 channels, Transformation TV, Transformers TV,
Transfiguration, Antenna,
Kingdom of Fire, Fire of this. No, the time has come for you guys to also understand that because you guys are the first channels, the first to the 50th, Muna, find some way for. Nigerians did that for their comedians, and you can do that for us.
Yeah, so more suggestions.
Yeah.
From what he's saying, people like Abororo, the two guys that were stammering, those people who were brought from churches.
Sam and Son.
Churches in Nigeria have made a lot of comedians.
Okay.
Because imagine in a Sunday service, you have your church is full of more than 1,000 people, and they give you room for your comedian to perform.
Yeah.
The churches here. Even when I was about to launch my album, I think some few years ago, pastor preached for more than 4 hours. Church closed. People that were invited for the lunch, everybody left. Really, it's difficult for people to give room for other people to
blossom.
Yes. So, and also on our own part, we have decided that we're not going to be begging them anymore.
Yeah.
We want to bombard them with content. They don't have a choice now.
Yeah.
People must eat.
We need aggressive.
You must, because that time they were saying, well, we're support. No. If we meet you in real life, we'll bottle you and say, go and watch my video on YouTube.
Sometimes I take somebody's phone actually. I'm like, go unblock your phone. I go and subscribe. Let the notification come. Don't watch it.
If we don't do it now, it's called tilling the soil.
Yeah.
So I can be fertile for the next book coming.
You're prepping for the future.
Yes.
Now I know that comedians too have felt a pinch as a result of the coronavirus. Yeah. Your comedy shows, you've not been able to organize anymore because it's impossible to have that many people in one place to avoid the spread of the coronavirus. Now, with that, I realized that a lot more of the comedians are, putting their energy to social media and other means of getting their content out there. So, what has it been like? How difficult has it been like for you guys, and how are you adapting? Let me start with you, Calvino.
Yeah, we should at least greet Corona.
Baba, we hail you back, Koro.
My God bless you.
You know what? Even before Corona came, we were faced with our crisis.
The crisis where we're coming from.
So we're just trying to cope with it. We're trying to come out of our hidings, and the moment we showed our heads, enter back. Corona came in. But so far, I think the Anglophone crisis prepared us for Corona. Because we had already discovered strategies to survive.
What is it new lockdown? Before
lockdown. We were only locking down. How lockdown is surprising. I told one mother, Mama, the government sent me lockdown day. He said, I know, we don't know 3 years ago. I know.
Okay,
so we're used to ghost towns, lockdowns, and every other down. So I started a TV show. I started a TV show as a supplement to...
On High TV, that is?
Yeah, I do a comedy show on High TV every Saturday, Comic National Dialogue.
Okay.
Where we bring comedians and we talk about some news events for the week. And even before that, I started putting more energy into producing comedy skits like what we just watched, the Start With program. That I already equipped myself. So when this came in, I was just like, okay, let's roll.
Yeah.
So I was like, I already prepared, and I was waiting for the rain to fall to get under the rain with my umbrella and my rain boot and every other thing. Which one with my camera? There's I don't look at the different side.
Right. You're looking at the right camera. Okay. But anyways, I'm going to come to you now, Oboy, the comic. What has it been like for you?
Oh, it's been very challenging. Maybe I'm still alive because apart from being a comedian, a professional comedian, and a corporate comedian, because we are in the process of making Oboy comedy concepts legit, and the process so far has been good. I'm a worker. I'm a civil servant.
Okay.
No, I'm a civil servant rather. I, by the grace of God, try my own way to make the country and the world a better place by my being a senior with a national counselor.
Okay.
And if not be say that one be day, I know for day, let's be honest. I have a lot of responsibilities. That's why I hardly really talk about that, because the money they pass fresh. Man say touche le salaire. I don't even touch. I just see it and it goes. So, but then the Anglophone crisis, like Calvino said, had prepared us for COVID-19. But we're struggling then. It was very difficult. I'm pretty sure we'll soon talk about three cities. So we kept pushing on, and we always say it in a joke, but as it is true. When all the music artists, the video producers, directors, and actors were leaving the southwest and the northwest region for Douala, and Yaoundé, the cities where we didn't have crisis, comedians stayed back in the southwest and the northwest region of Cameroon. Why? Because comedy, for some reasons, is sweet when you are so very close to people. Because the realities you see every day, you recount them on stage or in your skits and stuff. And we stayed. We kept moving on. You understand? We kept making shows happen. But when COVID came, this time around it became worst, because people will not gather now to enjoy the show. The little you invest and get it back without profit, you cannot do that anymore. Yes, even if Calvino says we are now very much on social media, who will pay? Who will pay? Nobody. And by the grace of God, we are doing it to tell our fans that things are tough and stuff, but we still do. We can still make you laugh even by just you looking at your gadgets. But believe me, it has not been easy. We don't know for how long it is still going to continue. With my own capacity as somebody who is a little close to the ministries of arts and culture and youth affairs, I'm looking forward, and this time around through our moral person, Cam Comics, Cameroon Association of Comedians, of Anglophone Comedians, to see how we can draft a paper and suggest to this ministry the different ways we can still make our events happen while, following the different measures of prevention the state has put into place. Nigeria has started that already. They are soon going to implement them, and events will keep happening. Because and we at the entertainment level, we are really suffering now, because now I'm even seeing clearer a lot of attention and the eye this sector or the industry at large deserves has never been given by the state. Because if really we have mattered for this country or this state well, and we have been an asset to them, they will have noticed that we are really suffering. Because it's not easy. I mean, 1 year is too long for the state not to look into the socio-cultural sector. Can this country employ every youth above almost 70%? No. So we are surely into our petty businesses, and entertainment is one of them. Entertainment makes other countries go far. Yeah. It can happen here. What's entertainment?
The backbone of some,
what's entertainment? It's our culture. It's our culture, probably reproduced to you audiovisually or on a stage. You understand? The government needs to focus on that, and make us live from here. If not, in the next 6-7 months, get into the next year, armed robbers will multiply for street. I'm not kidding. Armed robbers, some mad robbery day and armed robbery day. All of those robbing stuff will multiply in our streets. People need to sit up. The government needs to sit up. But then, whether we like it or not, it's not easy.
Okay.
It's not easy.
And Danny Green, what's your take on the question?
Okay, for me, I don't really have a problem, because some people call me viral mad dog. I'm a kind of person that all I need is my phone,
internet,
and the internet. Yes, I'm versed to the internet. I train across Cameroon and across the borders, and then I do adverts, which pay me much, so I can sit in my room and make a lot of money from social media.
Right.
So I just sit in my room. At times I make a day, 24 hours. I have not even crossed my door. Just creating content.
What's that cry?
So,
no,
so for me,
cry.
I don't feel that challenge, but the challenge I'm facing it now, because a lot of people want to see me in a show.
All right.
I'm planning to make a show, so now I'm facing it because I need to come out.
Yeah.
I need to be out there.
My advice on a shock. Don't mind that you know, when you comment on Facebook, say, boy, you don't overdo it to do show, not show.
No, they're ready. I think my people are ready for the show.
It's going to take a chance.
They're ready for the show. So we're planning to, like now I have a challenge going on online, the Sense One Kimi challenge, and it's trending. And I'm preparing your mind, so the show is going to be like Sense One Kimi title, and we're going to do it maybe here in Douala.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, and that's the thing with Cameroon. It's true. Our own social media entertainment is Facebook. But what a lot of people don't understand is that's the market.
Yeah.
That's the market. I always tell people the reason why comedians keep having a full house each time they do their shows is because they know where to go and pick people and take them offline, to make things happen. So you understand the pain now. So these guys are going to hail you on social media. I'll definitely, of course, also receive alerts, momos and stuff. Yeah. But if I do shows, I'm going to have more than that. So we need things to soften a little bit for us so that we can move from online to offline and make things happen.
And the people out there should know that, like business people, they should try to contact comedians with adverts. Because they're so greedy, they don't want to pay for adverts. And actually, it's good. If you look at other developed countries, comedians are the highest.
You don't even have to go far. Just look at Nigeria.
Thank you.
Comedians are the one doing adverts.
When we say look at Nigeria, we know Nigeria is a hub of entertainment. I just say look at every other country.
I agree comletely. Now, there's this thing I've been wondering. There seems to be a divide between comedians of English-speaking expression and those who speak French in Cameroon. It seems like they are doing so well, but when it comes to you boys, what's the imbalance? What's the problem in reality? Yes,
the Anglophone crisis. I didn't bring that.
No, apart from that,
let's focus on comedy.
We just said English-speaking expression and French-speaking expression.
Yes.
That language at this point is a barrier. Because most of the times comedy is expression. It's unlike music where you just have to dance but comedy is about what you say. I can do Oboy, for example. Oboy did a featuring with Mustik even before he became as popular as he is now. And later on the skit, the skit became even more popular than Oboy.
Than
Because
Oboy.
a lot of people have watched this skit and they know that no, this is mistake. Nobody picks out Oboy from that skit.
Yeah.
It's to show you that, and
The skit that I wrote. I scripted.
it's as simple as the Anglophone crisis.
Okay.
Because yeah, when I come for shows in Douala, people pay 10,000 to sit in popular side.
Yeah.
Our own VIP for that very 10,000. Before man want pay, you put me one baby on that table now, one whiskey, one wine, 2 people will scratch my back and for 10,000 for VIP.
Another thing,
Okay. Oh boy.
look at history. I'm not going to go to the crisis. My respect to every Anglophone elder brother or sister who started this thing, in plural, there are many. But come on, a Francophone brother started it before us now. They took time to implant, build an audience, make people get used to coming and sitting or watching them as they make them laugh. It is still new for our society. Coupled with the fact that we few, I mean, we're like what? 18% of the
when it
country.
comes to numbers, that's true.
Now, comedy is a cultural reality. I want to tell you your story, Manda. You don't expect Bindi to come and sit with you, Ondwa to come and sit with you, or Musa to come and sit with you, because it's all about you. You understand? That is why the comparison is clear. You understand? We seem like we don't exist when we stand beside our brothers who are this other way after the Mungo. You understand? It's natural. But now, and that is why our bilingualism is not helping us. We have given a stupid twist of what bilingualism is all about. To me, I think bilingualism is every Cameroonian should make an effort to understand the two cultures. To the point that if I'm an Anglophone and I'm putting on a show, you should not even stress or ask left or right before you come for the show. Have you been to Canada? I've been there in my dream. You know, I just dream Sunday, Saturday, Canada. And I've been watching Canadian comedians. You see a comedian on stage will decide to perform. He will perform in English. But like 50% of his performance, he speaks French. You understand? And even when he chooses to perform just in English, in that audience, they are French-speaking Canadians, English-speaking Canadians. They will understand that is what bilingualism is all about. This comparison will stop to exist. And tribalism too. You understand? If I'm in Boya, if I'm in Douala, somebody looks at me, oh, l'anglophone là. Ah, l'anglophone là. Somebody once asked me, "Che anglophone do?"
The Northwest
or the Sud-West.
I tell Bamenda, the
You see,
Northwest.
globally, our Francophone brothers see us as this tribe. You understand? But we can stand here and say, oh, Sawama, Betima, Ewondoma, and stuff. So the earlier we start seeing each other as one, it is going to help the entire industry and the sector.
And the
country. You understand? That is why,
the country, I agree.
exactly, the country. That's why I pray that if I'm doing a show in Boya, I see a Francophone brother rushing to Boya to come and watch.
Yeah.
If I do it in Douala, I see a Francophone brother rushing from Bamenda, Southwest, Northwest to come and watch. In that way, we're going to call the comedy industry an industry. For now, let's just accept it the way it is. Our Francophone brothers are there, and we are here. Now, the support system. I've been on a show where Orange Cameroon was one of the main partners.
No adverts intended.
No advert. The O is small O. Yeah, me not blessing an advert. And I saw how it was packaged, and I asked myself, why didn't you guys package this thing somewhere also in the Southwest, in the Northwest, in Kwakwa or Jakiri? They won't. Now tell me how the balance will ever be attained if you guys don't take the risk to go and meet the other market. You understand? So everybody has a role to play. And the earlier we first of all kill the comparison, the better. I see colleagues of the French-speaking expression, that's what they call it for grammar now. And again, the way they feel, you know, that way compared to us. And I always tell the guy, when I don't know how far I be for Southwest anyway. So as I can't small for you, and I saw big for day. You understand? But the irony is, you are going to come to the Southwest. The fans there will not see you as small because they watch you every day. They watch you every day. Look at our television channels. How many times do they take a comedic act from an English-speaking comedian and play? few. Whereas we have products out there,
right?
And someone will tell you, we're on YouTube. Go, you will see.
Right.
Well, I don't know whether
YouTube
that makes sense.
Even far. We are in Boya.
We're in Boya.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Most of our media houses are here in Douala.
That's true. That's also,
and how many English-speaking comedians we have here in Douala? We had to travel to come here.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for that. By the way, now Danny Green, what do you have to add?
By the way, the bus you sent to pick us.
You're welcome.
And the food.
Courtesy of management.
Are you trying to trigger the river?
No, you did Douala.
We get home advantage.
Okay, for me, that point, I would like to express myself in that point because I've been in Douala for some time now.
Yeah.
I was in Bamenda throughout the crisis before I came to Douala. So I've experienced the two people.
Yeah.
Okay, the French people, that's the population that consumes.
Yeah.
They behave more like Nigerians.
Okay.
They follow their stars. They support their stars.
Yeah.
They view their videos. They comment. Unlike us, our people are full with too much ego. Our people, I don't want to say something that might sound like I am talking against them, but they know it's true. Our people, it's like they're allergic to growth. They're allergic to new developments. Everybody wants to be the one, understand? But here, in Bamenda, if you want to do a show and you put your ticket for 2,000 francs, believe me, you will not have up to 100 people. But here, the first time I cried in someone's birthday here, I went out with almost 100,000. People were just, they were appreciating in Bamenda. Like seriously, I don't know what you would do in Bamenda in any place that would make them to give you that kind of money.
At this
familiarity,
point, I don't think it's language.
You will need to kill yourself. I don't know.
Culture. Far from even the culture. Douala is economic.
Not just Douala, even Yaoundé.
Yaoundé embassy.
No, it's the mentality, it's the mindset. The people know what they're supposed to do. The people know that when they see an upcoming artist, the upcoming artist needs money. He needs this. He needs a camera.
You support art.
They know how to support their own. That's why you see most of their young artists that we don't even know. You go and check them. They have huge followings. They have good pages. Even people that are irrelevant to us. You see, but you see someone who has been suffering in Bamenda for 10 years, 20 years. They know him well, but nobody's following him on social media.
If you ask me,
he is popular, but get to social media where he might need to strike a deal with something and then he doesn't have any following.
Like, so are we suggesting, saying that if you want to make it big, you have to move?
No.
Or change your audience?
No,
is that what we're getting
personally,
at?
I don't want an audience to change.
Okay. Yes.
I will take an example. I'm going to act a little proud here. 2014, when I started Oboy comedy show, I knew that a lot was going to come to battle with and even battle for. I'm proud and I can hit my chest and say, Kof, do me. Say, any Anglophone comedian who puts up a show in Yaoundé, even if they don't know even if I'm not in the country, this comedian is going to have a full house.
Okay.
Do you know why? Persistency and consistency.
Okay.
With my team, by the grace of God, Chufi and Rachel, my manager, she's a senior international counselor because we are all professionals in sociocultural tourism. We knew that though we've started something, there's an education we need to do in the process. You understand? I can only tell my brothers that it's a journey. Let's just keep. I mean, Rome did not become Rome in a day.
Right.
You understand? Let's keep fighting. And at some point, I decided I would no more complain. I only complain on television platforms. So me, I just move on. If I do a show in Yaoundé in particular, I will have a full house. That is because we kept telling guys that we do. So I will tell my brothers, let's keep telling them we do through our craft. Now, Douala remains. I'm happy that Danny Green is in Douala because no Anglophone comedian, you can quote me anywhere, so far has represented in Douala. Because Douala is scary. Hey,
very, very. When
Douala is scary. If I do a show here, Manda, if I do a show here, I will never sleep. I may not crack my jokes on stage because even on stage, I will be like, this crowd on a show. You understand? Why? Because it is a gradual thing. So this COVID-19 thing needs to go, so that we can also come to this city, start with probably 500 capacity, 700 capacity, then 1,000 capacity halls, because our brothers are, all the IDPs are here.
That's true.
So it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time.
Basically, Douala is Southwest, now is new layout.
New layout. New layout.
That's one cool way to call it.
No, hold on. Somebody told me the other day, this guy is a pro. I'm dividing the country kind of a person. He's abroad, and I boy, you see the region just empty. He said, forget. Douala na Amazonia overseas. After the Mungo.
Okay.
So we are here.
That's great. You're going to say something.
I was just going to say, those people who have traveled out of Cameroon, like our brothers in the diaspora, who have gone to learn a lot, because we here, we have a low mentality. Sadly, honestly, because we are prone to learn. We remain with our cultural mentality, the one they used to bring us up. We refuse to detach from it. That cultural mentality is not working. We have tried it for so many years. It's not working. It is time for us to keep it aside and try something new. Because that one, for the donkey years we have been using it, it's not working. Right. So the people who have gone abroad, they have understood, because when you travel or you leave Bamenda and come to Douala, stay a week or two, you go back like this our comedians are doing. When you travel, you learn a lot of things. When you're stuck in Moliko for 50 years, your thinking will be like,
hey bro, man with this street know me,
like this. Because when I was in Bamenda, I was so popular. I thought I was a superstar until I left Douala. I realized that I am nothing. You are nobody. You went to Yaoundé, nobody knows you. So you need to start from square one and start
even
building.
these music artists, most of them really make an after crisis. Because they make them.
So shout out to those people abroad that are doing a lot of. I see some people, some our brothers have traveled abroad, are actually supporting from there because they understood now that they were supposed. It's good when people know that, okay, this is my role. Because if you're not a star and then you are a follower, you know what you're supposed to do. Not okay, this is my role as a follower or as a supporter. Don't say, bro, I will support you, but the day you drop the comedy skit, the person will disappear. Okay, you post a cover that I will be dropping a song on the 27th of July. They will put in fire emoji on that. Go there, I'm back there. On the 27th that month you will drop, you will see 2 comments or no comment about the post. So the people they need to know that, no, this is my role in society. It's like a governor who knows what he's supposed to do and he's doing it. Okay, you, a normal civilian who enjoys our content, what is your role? Ask yourself, what am I supposed to do? When you know your role, you do it, everybody will be fine. Now I give you content, you enjoy it, you pay for it, I enjoy it, everybody's fine.
And again, if I should add something, I think the audience, they should stop comparing us to Nigerians.
Right.
Nigeria has its own realities. We have our own realities.
We are better than Nigerians.
Not even in that context of comparison, who is better. Nigeria, they have their own realities. First of all, they have their population. Nigeria is about
almost 100 million.
That you see, about 20 or 10 times more populated than Cameroon, and inside that Cameroon we are still the minority, and you are still trying to compare us with the Nigerians. So we should just remove that from our mind. Even in 200 years, even if you support us from now to 200, it will never be like Nigeria. So we should just support and say this is Cameroonian comedy. I remember one time before I graduated, I was in UB and I was passing. One guy saw me, like,
where you graduate?
Finally, you so far. Finally. So this guy sees
take my phone.
Take him. That's the phone.
You find me take code.
So it was a joke.
No, joke outside. I don't give me phone. I'll crack him. I'll call Bruno. Bruno from Zoe's. He will come and crack him. So this guy sees me. He's like, wow, Calvino, Mama mia, nice seeing you for the first time. Try. And then he told me, he said, oh, you see this our country, if you're in Nigeria now, you just pass one car. We just I'm like, how many times are organized show, but you don't come? They are talking about if we were in Nigeria, we are in Boya, what are you doing?
That brings me to one thing. You know, if you go to Nigeria, there's a Nigerian dream. You go to America, it's an American dream. We not get dream. So the country not get dream. I don't know if it is that Cameroon don't have 5, 20 or 50 years ago role models. I don't know. People here don't have dreams. I don't know why. So we need to, the time has come for us to look at our reality.
No, we have a dream. You cannot say that.
No, I'm talking about
2035 coming.
No, that's a vision.
No,
because what brings you to a vision is your constant dreams. I talk book. Oh God, you feel out. So we need to learn to conceive our dreams. There's supposed to be a common dream. There has to be that level. You find yourself, you're like, oh, this is me, Cameroonian. This is me. Even if I'm not riding a car, I'm living my Cameroonian dream. Even if I've not eaten, I ate but pasta this morning, this is my Cameroonian dream. People need to forge that into their spirit. Let that hope come back. You understand? Believe more and more in this country, and you know our realities. We'll get there. Talk politics.
I was really very glad when I found out that you all have an association of English-speaking journalists that you call
comedians. No, well, it's not Kamasesh. Oh, I know I'm supposed to be Kamasesh journalist. Yeah, but you are Cam Comics, not Kamasesh.
Chop outside.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm a journalist. You understand why, right? English-speaking comedians, not journalists, not Kamasesh, but comics.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was saying I was really glad when I found that it is what's happening. You guys are getting together and you guys are working. And when I listen to you three talk, it's the same thing. You guys in unison, you guys see things the same way, which makes me wonder, probably you, the televiewers watching, where did the controversies come from? When you guys are, you're working together, you have the same issues. How do you where do the problems come from? I don't want us to talk about a particular problem.
No, we'll talk about
we won't talk about the particular problem, but where do the problems come from? Let me start with the nitty-gritty.
No, you can't start with him.
Don't move evidence.
It's my show. I'm starting with him.
But I want to tell you why. I want to tell you why.
You're spoiling that, man. Stay here for another 2 hours.
How long is this show?
How many more minutes we get? No, how to strategize.
Okay. My brother since
From popular demand. We will start with Danny Gray. We'll end with him. Oboy the comic.
Yeah, in my capacity as a PR.
Okay.
Of Cam Comics. For 2016, I'm a young civil servant in the southwest region of Cameroon. I'm not saying that the vision started from me. I was just sitting in my room. Then I was staying with Calvino, and I'm like, his room.
You want make me all man is in our room. You want make me all man is in our room.
I just we are married, like,
if you don't come my room,
So I kept then I'm a civil servant at the youth empowerment center, Boya Town, and I know that back in Yaoundé, I've made some strides, but I'm here in the new city, and each time you meet somebody on the street, even a colleague, you're like, "Bo, how many guys? They both some two play, they not me, Paco not me, Calvino not me,
oh man,
not me." So everybody was a King Kong then. So I started wondering, why don't you come together so that at least we will know, say we exist, we stay for here, we stay for there. Because remember, Cam Comics is not a syndicate. Yeah, it is an association.
Right.
So we started having some few meetings at my place. My office then this young guy, God Boy MC, he's a comedian too. He got an idea this fateful evening to just create a WhatsApp group, and we called it Cam Comics. People started adding up 1, 2, 3 years, 4 years. We're always there, and we realized that the time has come because if you really want to act as one, let there be a moral person. This person can speak for us. That's how Cam Comics decided to become legit some few months ago. That's how the association came. It didn't come to fight a brother or a sister.
Right.
It came to fight for all of us. You understand? It didn't come for us to go and stand somewhere with signboards crying, "Man of God save us, man of God save us." It was created so that comedians can come sit and discuss with each other, commune with each other, and strategize. Okay, he has a show. Do you know what it takes to have somebody that must stick to his show? I'm pretty sure so much. Now, Oboy is your friend. How you fit there? Say, no, me even can't show face. Because we also get the French-speaking people living in Limbe, living in Boya. That's how we decided to be together. Now, controversy or no controversy, every family has issues. You understand? That's why we... and now, because you don't belong to Cam Comics, doesn't
stop you from being a comedian.
An enemy to any other comedian.
Yeah.
The only suffer we go suffer and say a lot is going on at the moment. We're planning to undergo do some outreach. One, make it happen before people discover. Because even when the thing happened, people were like, "Oh, so nobody exists." And association doesn't
exist. You know how many Jangi housing? You know how many
Jangi groups exist out there? I don't Facebook. No. So that's why we decided to be together. I can go to a show and remember, let me tell you, even the biggest comedian on earth, they go to shows and they stage bomb.
Yeah.
They leave without them delivering how they wanted to deliver. Sometimes you need that home where guys understand each other. Like a couple of days ago, we had a colleague who went to an event. He was performing, and TC Panchak showed up. they mute the mic. They practically mute the mic because the MC came and took the mic and had to announce TZ Panchak's coming. That kind of respect, I still beg people out there to give us also. And when now you are depressed, he will pin you. Where else will you bring it to your family? They probably don't first of all encourage you to come in. You bring it now to Camp Cummins and we'll talk about it. And today the guy is like, man, it happens and stuff. So that's why that's what the association is. Okay. Actually, finally.
Yes, finally, Danny Green, you're going to talk about the issue. So
this issue.
This very issue. We don't solve
the question. The question.
What was the question again?
Just
so we are clear, what was the question again?
I was seeking to find out. You guys you seem to be of the same, mind. As in you have the same issues. You agree on everything. So where do the problems come from?
First of all, I would like to say, as someone who sense wants to kill, I will apply sense.
Wisdom is
profitable. Even the Bible said it. Thank you, my brother. Okay,
That
first of
was
all, I have an organization like Energy Gang. I have a lot that I follow up. I have an association myself which empower Cameroonian youths. So as a small boy, I think I have too much on my plate that I follow. At times I feel like maybe I'm a superhuman because if I look at the kind of things I do, no manager, no PR, no mentor, no godfather, nobody saying take this 1 franc. No, like I literally do everything on my own, myself. So the stress is way too much for someone to ask me if I'm having problem. I'm supposed to be having problem with myself. Yes, because my brain, the way my brain functions, I don't know, honestly. The weight is too much on me. At times I behave arrogantly because I'm stressed. At times I talk and shout because of problems I'm facing. I'm trying to do this or that. They're calling me, come and work here. This person is sick in the hospital. The energy gang should come and do so. I'm trying to do a...
So you're waiting for the punchline.
No, you're not.
So you're waiting for the matter.
No, not matter.
What the heck go come?
No, like I said, we're not talking about any particular issue.
Yes.
Just generally. I don't want to get into...
I'm coming to pass...
It's not a gossip show. It is not a gossip show. It is not a gossip show, okay? We talk here to learn and then, better things. That's the goal of the diary. So if you want the gossip, you go someplace else, not here.
Yes, I don't hear for gossip, so that's why I'm tracking.
You're beating around the bush.
To avoid the gossip.
Okay, so at the end of the day, I met Oboy, out of many people who have met. He was one of the people who actually accepted me as a younger brother. In fact, he was the first time we met. He was the one who came to me and he did a video. I'm like, after this, that's Oboy. Like seriously. After that, he's the one who even wrote me on WhatsApp and say, bro, please do me a video for this.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is Oboy.
I miss my calling.
So seminary. I admire that. I respect people who are like I am now. I have thousands of upcoming artists and comedians in my GM right now. Honestly, they're like, "Grant, I want to be like you." I was okay. Please, just watch what I'm doing.
Keep your tears.
That's okay. I cannot tell you what to do, but just follow my posts, my status. Just keep following. You'll be learning from how it's going. So the way he behaved, I'm like, okay, this person is someone you can look up to.
Yeah.
When I went to Boya, he invited me to his place. I'm like, this is different. The rest of people who I always meet are like, who come over here? You want to show them who? Like this person. Normally, he's supposed to like, the boy now who. But he was like, boy, I admire you. You're doing great. Like he gives you the accolade and appreciation that you deserve. I'm like, bro, this means this person have understood what the entertainment industry is all about.
Yeah.
He knows because apparently this is what happens across the nation.
Yeah.
You see an artist like Fino Olamide, they have signed about 4 artists. Even if they don't sign you, they will just share your work and say you are doing good.
Yeah.
People start following you. That's the thing that we need to emulate from here. Someone who is big finds it difficult to share a work from someone who is smaller. Extremely difficult. I don't know what it will cause them to say, Wanshe, that song is good on your timeline. Keep up. they will not do it. But it will cost you nothing. Your timeline is not paradise.
You know the flop. You know the flop.
Your timeline is not paradise. You could just do it. He even did his video. He tagged me. He like, okay, that's good. So that's someone who actually earn your respect. But now, coming away from him, you realize that the rest of the people, they feel like...
Well, some, not all, I imagine.
Yes.
The rest of the people, I hope I not be included.
They feel like your presence is an intimidation. They feel like you're competing with them. There's no competition.
No,
Because
there is competition.
There's no competition.
If there's no competition, then we are not going anywhere.
No, I mean,
like there's space for everybody.
Yes, that's
to
what I'm
shine.
saying. I'm not saying like there's no competition, but there's no competition in like you shining, eating your family and being happy. I'm not there in your family to stop you from getting your bread. Yes, so there's no competition in like this space is for me. No, don't come here. No, everybody is on his own space. I can never be Oboy. There's no day he's gonna be me. I can't be you, Kevin. There's no day you're gonna be Danny Green.
Your name's sweet. Calvino.
You see, so
we do the key also. We'll Calvino.
So I find it.
Okay, this is what happens when you have a set of comedians. You're about to laugh. You don't have a choice.
You're like, I wish she was a lady.
And I only my chap call me, sir.
I still in shock. Manda.
After the show, you should go and contribute. This is a comedy show you're watching for free.
The thing is, if you're expecting Danny Green to...
Let me give my Momo first. She said that she contribute.
You're expecting Danny Green to get to that punchline. Let me make it easy for all of us. It's one thing that is happening in our industry. People don't know how to tolerate people. Manda, you're different.
Of course.
Nene is different.
Absolutely.
Miss P is different. I think it's natural that the three of you who are practically doing the same thing under that same atmosphere or sky that can contain all you 3 stars. If Manoge Juju part, let me say hell no for exists, right?
Yeah, true.
So I think it takes time for people to accept people sometimes. It will take time for me to understand that apart from this television platform we all find ourselves in, there's a different you out there. You understand? So that is actually what happened. Danny Green becomes family. Other members don't understand that this is how it is. He's wired. Now, he too doesn't understand that because I am here, this is probably how I'm supposed to adjust. You understand? So, I think there's no fire anywhere. The thing is already out there on every... Let our comedy industry not be all about...
Exactly,
But if you ask me, we have moved on from there.
That's
and
amazing
again,
to
if you're
know.
a comedian out there and you think that association is what should make you who you're supposed to be, on the contrary, it's not helping anybody. The association is just there so that we can, gather, eat together, cry together, and laugh together. No, we miss one client. Now, and during this, whatever happened, when something happened, it exposes a lot of things. You understand? I'm sure I told you, and again, I will never have an issue with you. You understand? But when it comes to the craft, because we are all fighting so that we represent, I cannot come in like, some lion. But I always have to come back and say, hey, at the end of the day, people will fight for the same thing. So there is no cause for alarm anymore.
Absolutely.
We have moved on. And I feel like this. I was telling myself that my wife, where's my wife?
Yourself,
my wife, this very soon show will end without me telling my mother-in-law how much I have said hi, glamour, chassis. So I think after that incident, if you are keen enough, you notice that almost every television platform, I don't want to say that's your reason, but I'm pretty sure it reminded you that, hey, I used to have an eye on the comedy sector.
I'm going to be to be very honest. No, it had absolutely nothing to do with what I want.
That I know.
At the point when I was trying to get people, it influenced, when I called, people always thought I wanted to talk about that. It influenced the numbers I got, the contacts I got, but no, for a long time I've wanted to do I've to talk comedy on Good Morning Cameroon. Good Morning Cameroon. It's the other show I present. This is The Diary. I wanted to talk comedy on The Diary, and I thought this was a pretty good time, especially now that we're talking about comedy.
You see,
why not? Let's talk about comedy.
Some kind of attention, and Danny Green actually.
I didn't want to come. There's a grandfather called me. You don't understand.
I know.
Even when Napster did his show and I was invited, he didn't tell me that Danny Green was going to be on the platform. So what I'm trying to say is, one good thing is, after that incident, if anybody is still following now, that's your fan. After that incident, if somebody, though it was not a Danny Green or Boy thing, but from the way people made it look like, I think everybody who is following me, that's a real fan.
Yeah.
You understand? Everybody that is giving an attention to comedy now, that was somebody who has decided from day one to promote and push this industry. Because that's the kind of thing that happened, and somebody's like, that was an industry, they back me out, and go start watching me music. But we have so many people who have stayed for the culture, and so many who have
I believe that you can pick, you know, from a bad situation, you can pick something and make something positive out of it.
The incidents has even made us understand that, we've been crying all these years, but hey, there has been an eye on comedy, and more than ever before. Let's just keep shining. And
going, we are really pressed for time. I know you guys are very busy.
No, we're not busy.
No. We're not busy.
No,
we are
okay.
You want to go now after this?
Danny Green is very busy. He has to rush somewhere. So before you leave us, since you're really pressed for time, what do you think is the way forward? How do we make comedy in Cameroon, you know, blossom even more? How do we make it even better?
I think we're already there. For me, I believe the time is now. Yes, we're already, they say, hit the hammer on the nail when it's hot, or how do they say that? So it's already hot. So the smith, I think it's time for us to mold it and shape it the way we want it right now. So we're actually hammering it and we're shaping it the way we want. And the only problem we're going to have is the population. We'll beg them that they should please know their role and play it. Because in every movie, there's a script and everybody has a role. And when everybody plays their role, the movie comes out success. Imagine writing a script and you make somebody a gate man, and then during the shooting, he starts attacking somebody like a criminal. That's not your role in the movie. Imagine. Okay, now I start commenting on people's posts. This is not good. Now you are no longer a celeb or someone that look up to. I've left my role. Imagine you being someone who has a good social, an influencer who supports stuff, and then you start castigating. If you're out of your role, know your role. When you activate your data, you go to social media. What are you going to do? Are you going to cast down or are you going to build? Because there's a saying that if you cannot build, don't scatter. Because someone who, I cannot support Oboy. I don't have money to give him for a show. Then I will leave here, I will do a video and say, Oboy is a very stupid man. He has body odor. He's mad, and I'll post it to my friends. And then, can you imagine? I can't help him, but I'm trying to ruin him.
To bring it down.
I could have just ignored him that, Oboy is a useless man, don't let me the man. Now some dog ground, I just block his number and sit me in my house. And allow him to do his thing. If you can't help somebody, don't try to destroy them. With this mentality, believe me, everything will be fine. Everything. Like somebody who doesn't want to watch STV, and the person will go and post STV and say STV is one useless channel. What? To gain what?
See advert. Guy's mad.
See,
and also brand ambassadorship.
Yes.
All STV posts and you see running.
I beg. I want to be a brand ambassador to the STV. If possible, I beg. Please.
We're not planning.
Don't be planned. But you know how they say God uses the foolish thing to confront the wise.
So now we'll be foolish, now we'll be wise.
That means I accept
Okay.
So also before I go, I want to say a big shout out to Ni.
Alene Menge to whom we say thank you.
Ni says he has impacted the comedy career to me, that I'm going to finish what he didn't finish. So Ni is now officially my father.
He's an award-winning actor. He's a comedian, a businessman, a journalist.
Shout out to me.
A big thank you. We've had the opportunity of listening to him on the show. We say a big thank you to you, Ni. Now, guys, we only have 2 minutes. Unfortunately, the time of the show has run out. We have 2 minutes. Last words, really quickly. Oboy and then Calvino, and we are done.
My last words now.
No, I think.
Don't worry, your last words will be your tears, and then we'll go.
I think Green has said it all. We practically said it all on the show. What else I would say? What else can I say? my special love to my amazing twins, Paris and London. Erica, I love you. My mom, thank you for saying born me. I'm an impact to the community today. My mother-in-law, you know, keep pushing. You're an amazing woman. And just keep giving comedy a special place. We deserve it now. We don't to work. Now that Helen is retired. When I give you power, we'll finish work with start
Right. Calvino?
Yeah, I will just say thank you for having me. When I my tongue, my own, everything.
Okay, let's be attentive to Calvino. Carry on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very grateful for that. You got sat in your houses to watch the program. You know, this 2020 has been an amazing year, even though it shocked everybody. If we knew this is what 2020 was going to bring, we would not sleep for church. We wait 2020. We'll sleep for church overnight.
We're not that topic. My pastor lie me.
I want to say thank you to everybody who watched and who follow us on YouTube. Calvino Walang, Oboy.com.
We're getting to that. How do people follow you on social media?
Calvino Walang on
Facebook?
Instagram. On Facebook, Calvin Walang. Instagram, Calvin Walang. No, Calvin.
Yeah, okay, Calvin.
Yeah,
all right.
Calvin Walang.
And on YouTube, they can go watch your videos.
Yeah, you can watch everything. And you can follow me on TV too. I do journalism.
On High TV, that's in the Southwest region.
Oboy.
Now, if people want to contact you, they just write you, get into your DMs, or is that
when you go on my Facebook page, Calvino Walang, you can get every other contact. The phone number is there. You just click on it and it takes you directly into my WhatsApp.
All right, great. And Oboy?
I have a YouTube channel. It's called Oboy Comedy Channel. And every other social media handle you want to get me, all you need to do is type Oboy.comic. And what else? My phone numbers. My phone number is 6740578337. 6740578337. It's my only Momo number. Please send it with charges.
Daddy Gray, how can people get in touch with you?
Okay, to secure yourself and receive your laughter therapy, you have to follow me on Instagram at 237 Town Crier on Instagram. And then on YouTube, I have a channel, it's Energy Gang TV. You get then on Facebook, it's Danny Green Fresh King. Okay. That's how you get to me.
And you can get into your DMs if they want to contact you directly.
Yes, if you want to write to me, you can write to my management at energygang16@gmail.com. Yes, you write to my management, and then for adverts, for shows, anything, I do MCs on weddings. For effective and
if you
active
call you can't
advert.
cry for that place.
Yes, if your girlfriend break your heart, call me. Call me. Yes, if your person die, we don't know how to cry. Call me. I cry for a living. Appelle-moi. I go cry.
Well, that's it, guys. Get in touch with them. Thank you so much for watching. We hope that you have a great weekend. Come back next week, okay? There's more. We hope that you had a great time. I did. I laughed my lungs out. Well, take care. Bye-bye. We'll see you next week.